18 years ago, the eyes of the world were on the Balkans as war broke out with the breakup of the former Yugoslavia. The conflict prompted one Brighton woman to try to help. Sally Becker started aid convoys to Bosnia and helped rescue hundreds of children. She became known as the Angel of Mostar. Tonight, the BBC Inside Out programme follows Sally as she returns to the region for the first time in 15 years. Well, Sally, I'm delighted to say, joins me now from our Brighton studio. Sally, thanks ever so much for joining us here on South Today. You were shot, you were arrested, you were jailed. I mean, now that you're older and wiser, do you shudder and think about what you were prepared to put yourself through?
To some extent, but mainly because I've now got an 11-year-old daughter, so of course you look at things differently then, when you're a mum.
And would you have done anything different back then?
I would have helped more if I could have, yeah, definitely, no question. I think had I had a bit more support from the United Nations, things would have been better, but that's the way it was then.
I mean, you returned for the programme tonight, Inside Out programme. How emotional was it to go back? What was it like?
It was absolutely amazing to see everybody again, to see the place, and they've rebuilt the bridge, which had been destroyed while I was there, so that was unbelievable. But it was also quite traumatic. Being there in the hospital, for example, was quite strange, and I started to think about the individual children and the one that I couldn't help, and it really, really upset me, much more than I knew. I'd always thought about her, but not quite that deeply.
Would you ever do anything like this again? I mean, I know you've got a daughter, 11-year-old daughter, who's explaining that, but do you want to help in another way now? Is there something else that you feel you've got to do because it's unfinished?
Well, I'm still trying to help the people of Mostar because it's very much divided. So I'm initiating a few projects whereby children can be brought together from both sides and hopefully break the cycle of violence. I'm also a Goodwill Ambassador for Children of Peace, helping Israeli and Palestinian children come together. As far as putting myself in danger again, of course, if I was in a situation where a child might die if I didn't help, then I would do the same again. But otherwise, I don't intend to go deliberately dashing across front lines.
Sally, it's lovely to talk to you, and thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Thank
Sally
you.
Becker there, the Angel of Mostar, as she was known.